Sage, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Just chilling? No, get down. No, just stop messing with the broom. Yeah, okay. Well, my driver's side headlight went out, so replacing that. I have the new one already in there, so we're good there. Passenger side stayed on. I don't know why they burn out at different rates, considering they're the same bulb. Made for the same specs. You really want to go on a car ride, huh? Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Well, Sage, I got that on video. Yeah, you're welcome for that. Let's see if there's a difference between them. Stay in there, Sage. Not really. Yeah, I mean, these are the same as the last ones I got, so it doesn't surprise me. But I still don't understand that they burn out at different rates, considering they're, rated for the same stuff. But, I mean, I guess it's, well, I mean, it is my problem, but it's not my problem, if that makes sense. So that's fun. Actually, the process of doing this is really easy on Silverados. I just banged my fucking paint. God damn. That actually... Ooh. That... You can't even see it. But... Yeah, there it is right there. Chipped my paint. Right there. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Really easy to change the headlights. So basically, the first thing you do is you take these little retaining pins, and literally the whole headlight comes out. If I can do it with one hand. Come on. Okay, there we go. Whole thing comes out. And these are the low beams, and these are the high beams. So it's not a double filament like some cars. And then to take it out, I really don't think I can do this with one. Oh, I'll use my knee. How about that? I'll hold it up with my knee. Way to take it out is you get on in here. Turn it a good 90 degrees. And the bulb will pop out. That's slightly warm. They say you should wear gloves, but that's a lot of work. And then you lift up on this tab. Really need flash for this, but you lift up on that tab, and then you get the bulb out and replace it. Alright guys, so the new headlights are in. Well, headlight bulbs. They are in, and I noticed that driver's side is also much foggier than the passenger side on over here. And you can even notice it, like when we shined it up against the wall, you could tell that it was like, it pretty much brighter on the passenger side compared to the driver's side. So I don't know, I might get some sort of polishing, I don't know, some sort of polishing compound, try to fix that. As far as that, we have the intake manifold gasket to do. I have that with me, I just need to find the time to do it. I'll probably do it Friday, Saturday. And then, I don't know if I have talked about this yet, but I now need to replace all of the steering components, pretty much from the tie rod, like outer tie rod, all the way in towards pitman arm, idler arm, all of that. I need to check ball joints, and then we can properly get this aligned, and will get rid of the steering noise that I'm getting. It's just, it will fix a lot of things, miscellaneous things that, you know, just help the truck run better, help it have some longevity. So, I think that's it for tonight. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but over on the passenger side, it looks more clear, almost blue. And over on the driver's side, it's more like a almost cream color. So yeah, it's a bit foggy on the driver's side. I'm probably gonna have to fix that. That'll just annoy me. Alright guys, we are out in the man garage and currently working on the intake manifold. We have some parts off. Most of this stuff on in here that's disconnected and all that. As you can see, the intake manifold does move up and down. We have all those bolts taken care of. But the problem that I'm running into is there's a big old wiring harness that goes over the intake manifold. And it's this one right here. This bad boy. And I assume that's the problem because it's obstructing me from getting the actual intake manifold off. So we're plugging away. I'm trying to disconnect some more wires, trying to get all of that taken care of. I really don't know what my problem is because I've watched multiple videos of other people doing it and they haven't had this problem. They just kind of took it out. Wipe your hands, you're done. So I'll keep plugging away, keep you guys updated, and see if I run into anything else. I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, we have made progress. We got the, I can't remember what this is called. God damn it. This is the cruise control cable. And this is the throttle cable right here. Got these two disconnected. For the video I watched, they took off the throttle body, probably because of this little line right there. You can't see it. It's that one right there. Apparently that's really hard to disconnect with that little, well, I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I don't know all the technical names. Kill me. But we'll take off these 10 millimeters. There's 3 of them. There's the second one. There's a third one right there. Take the throttle body off. And the intake manifold is much looser. So we're almost there. What I did to do that is I didn't need to disconnect the coils, but I did it anyway. I'm not the smartest. I'll reconnect all those. What I did, as I climb up in this huge ass truck, I just ripped up my hand. That sucks. Is, let's see, right on here. We took off these. These are a huge pain in the ass, and I really do mean it. They go down on into here, and they don't like coming out at all. And there's 8 of them, obviously, because there's 8 cylinders in this truck. It took longer to disconnect that than to get all of this off and ready to go. They are just a huge pain in the ass to get off. But now that we have them off, we can move on and get going on this project. I'll keep you up to date. Alright guys, so I am at the point where I am bleeding the fuel system up into the air intake manifold. And this is a very important part, unless you want fuel spraying everywhere, I guess. But right here is the fuel bleeder cap. You can take this off, and I've already done this so it won't spray anything, but there's a little tab on in there. You can press it down just like that. See, fuel came out just a little bit, and that bleeds most of the fuel that is in the fuel rails out, so that when you go to disconnect these fuel lines right here, see I have the quick disconnect there already on there. You won't be flying fuel all over the place. You usually put a rag under it, but since I already did it once, I knew it wasn't going to be that much. And you can put your cap back on, and you're good to move on to disconnect the fuel lines. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm kind of tired. I'm a little bit exhausted. You can tell because my hair is like thrown together. But I have good news. And that good news is that's the intake manifold, which means I'm about halfway done. And it's like 2:30 right now. I started at around 11, just to give you guys a little bit of a, time. It looks kind of scary. Kind of scary because you got to do this right. Because if you don't, then, well, bad news bears. Here, I'll flip around the camera and show you guys what the cathedral ports look like for a second. Alright, so here is... oh, shit. That's not good. Well, fuck. Hang on. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Okay, we're back. So, here... really? Here is the... crud that is all over this place. I mean, you can see this one right here. I'll probably put that one right there. Kinda. Okay. So, you can see this one right on here. There's crud on past where the gasket was. Which means that for quite a long time, it's even on over there, quite a long time, this thing was not sealed right. Which would be accurate considering I think we've had that engine light for quite a while. So, next step is to clean all this crud out, clean up the cathedral ports, make sure it's all shiny. Just like that, like, oh, look at that. It's just from a little bit. And make it look nice, even though we'll never see it. And I'll clean up the intake manifold as well as I can get it. And then bolt everything back up. Alright, we've cleaned up the ports and the port faces as well as I could get them. They're pretty clean. They obviously look much better than they did before, which is a plus. I'm going to work on cleaning the manifold now. Move on to that. And after that, I will place the new gaskets, which we have over here. And then after that, we can try to put this thing back on. Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear me very well, but we have the new intake manifold gaskets set in there. These are from Cell Pro. So it's a complete gasket set. It comes with a gasket, obviously, for the manifold. It comes with a new gasket for right here. And then it also comes with a gasket for this bad boy right there. And then on down in here, that one right there. Now, I don't know if I'll use those two because I think we've replaced them, recently, just in general replaced them. So, I don't think they're in that much need, but I will be using this one to put a new one on in there, just to be safe. I I just had a heart attack for like 20 minutes because I thought that I lost one of these bolts. One of these. I couldn't see or tell what I had lost. So I freaked out for about 5 minutes and tried to calm down, grabbed my flashlight, and went in to the heads to look at the valves because it was on this side. I thought I lost it on this side. I looked in all the heads and on top of the valves just in case because I wasn't trying to seize up my engine. But I found them all. The sumbitch fell from here, like right to there. And it freaked me the fuck out because I couldn't see it. It was hidden by a bunch of wires. But I found it, and now I have all the hardware on the intake. We're good now. Still a little bit shook up, so I'm being very careful, like extra careful. Yeah, I guess we can move on now. Alright guys, the intake manifold is back in, and all of the bolts are torqued. And I actually do have the torque sequence pretty much down now that I've taken it out and put it back in. So, the torque sequence, now the torque sequence on it is very middle one on the passenger side, that's 1. Then you go straight across the very middle one on the driver's side, that's 2. You go back 1, that's 3. Then you go come across to this second one right here, that's 4. And then from the 4th one, you go over 1 to the 4th one back, which is 5. Then you go come on over, and then forward 1 from 2 is 6. Then you go to the very front one, which is 7. Then you cross all the way back to 8. Cross over, keep all the way back to 9. And then this last one, the one that's extra crispy, that's 10 right there. So that's the torque sequence. All that I have to do now is hook everything back up and hope she turns on. Alright guys, that is a wrap on the intake manifold gasket. I finished up buttoning everything up. We started it without the intake on, and then we figured out, yep, it's working, it's fine. So we threw everything back on, which consisted of those 2 things right there, and ran it again, made sure it wasn't doing something funky with airflow. So now we got to reset codes, and if we don't have the cold start problem, then we fix the problem and we are good to go. So as for tonight, everything is a wrap. Alright guys, I am here at Toyota. We're working. I'm making a little bit of an outro. We're in a Prius right now, pretty dope. I know, it's awesome. So far, look, there's the truck. So far, the truck is running really nice. We didn't have any cold start issue this morning, and the engine light hasn't kicked back on. I cleared all the codes last night, as you guys know. So as far as I'm concerned, it's fixed. But if the engine light comes back on, I'll have to check codes. And if it's mass airflow, then I'll have to probably reseal the gasket again. And that beeping is annoying as fuck. Yeah. But anyway, I think that does it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.